But tell me what's going through your mind. You hit the single, get pulled for a pinch runner there.
Yeah, just that realization this is my last time getting to play with these guys on this field. Meant a lot, and just really thankful that I got to be a part of this.
Hit the home run there. You had a work great. I saw the top step. What was that conversation?
Yeah, I was just asking them, what he thinks I should sit on. They were throwing me a lot of off speed, and I passed 2 at-bats. I struck out in 3 pitches each, and went down 0-2, and I was just like, I just can't let it happen again. Just got to put something in play, and he hung one. And biggest thing I've been working on is just trying not to overswing and swing too hard, and just put the ball in play, and good things will happen. And it happened there, and I'm just very thankful for that.
Obviously, the dynamic of coming into today, knowing it was your last game, what was that like of understanding that and how you approached it?
Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit sad, but trying to look at it from the positive side and just realize how grateful and how blessed we are to be able to do this and come out here and play this game with a bunch of guys that I love to be around. So it's been amazing.
As a catcher, Griffin comes out today and really good through 5 innings. Obviously, a young guy, bright future. What was that like to see that from the catcher's perspective?
I can't be more proud of that kid. I mean, having a hurt ankle and still be able to go out there and just give us outs and pitch his butt off. I'm very excited to see what happens for him in the future. He's going to be an amazing pitcher, even though he already is. The future is going to be very bright for that kid, and I'm very glad that I got to be a part of his journey.
To end the season against those guys, obviously the caliber of that program, what's the benefit for the guys that are coming back to kind of see that and want to aspire to it?
Of course. I mean, last year I was in that same boat, being a junior last year, losing to Coastal at their place, and it's a really sad thing that you got to leave your friends and leave your team, but for those guys coming back next year, they realize how much work they got to put in, and I think they're going to be ready, and Coach Beals is going to have them ready for it, and I'm really excited to see what happens next year.
Well, kind of the strange dynamic of knowing it's the last game, and how did that change kind of how you guys approach and how you approached it?
Well, it's senior day, and it's always a special day with your seniors. These guys committed to come here to Marshall University in Huntington, West Virginia, and being part of this program. So we certainly wanted to win the ball game, but we wanted to make sure that we honored that group of seniors as best we could.
I know trying to get a lot of guys in on the mound and that kind of deal. Like 10 free passes, 7 of those score, obviously difficult to win in that situation.
Yeah, 7 of the 9 runs that they scored, we allowed them on base, and that's kind of bitten us before. And we just got to pitch cleaner, pitch the contact a little bit more, make somebody earn what they get. So, we were going at it there. I thought Jodway was a good matchup there for a couple of those right-handers, and then I went to Schofield, the lefty, and then into Wyrick, and at that point it was at the end of the game, that 9th inning there, and we wanted to get a couple of those seniors some recognition.
And Griffin, as a freshman, comes in and gets the start and really throws well for 5 innings. How about just the way he's come on toward the end of the season?
Well, we've got a lot of hope and a lot of trust in Griffin, and he's going to be a big piece of this pitching staff in the future moving forward. So it's really good for him to get that start. But he's another, he won, as far as just being a little bit cleaner, and he's got to trust his stuff, and it's just the maturation process for a freshman. As he comes in the next year, that's gonna happen. He's gonna trust his stuff even more and more, and we certainly look forward to him in the growth that he's going to show here.
Owen's second at bat, obviously a home run. So I had a moment with you right after that at the top step. Do you care to share what that conversation was?
No, we just actually talked about his approach going into the at bat. It wasn't a senior moment. It was a baseball moment. We just talked about him trusting his swing, not trying to do too much. He's has a tendency to overswing, and he's an aggressive hitter. And we just talked before that at bat about trusting himself and letting things happen, and good things will happen because he's such a talented young man.
At ending the year against those guys, obviously the caliber program they have, is there a benefit for your guys to kind of a measuring stick at the end of the year?
Well, this whole conference, and I have a ton of respect for Coach Gilmore and that program. So you're absolutely right in the question, but our entire conference does it. You're playing against top level baseball. But the one thing you do see what good programs do, they didn't give us a whole lot, and when we did give them something, they took advantage of it. They did a great job with sacrifice flies, moving runners, the little things of baseball. They did a great job of, and that's something I'm excited about. We're moving the needle, and the win total moved up. We wanted to move up more, obviously, than it did, but I really feel like culture and character is growing, and that's got to continue to grow. That's the cart, you know. That's what leads to wins.